One of our most requested videos is how to style your console table or sideboard. So we have put this together for you with our top 5 considerations when building and styling your console table at home. Shape, height, colour, texture and function. And following these 5 simple rules, you just cannot go wrong. So when considering shape, the first thing to think about is the shape and the size of your console table that you will be styling. So whether you are using a slightly angular piece of furniture or a softer edge piece of furniture, we want there to be a contrast between that shape and what is above it. So at the moment, as you can see in this hallway, we have used a rectangular console table with quite defined square edges. So the best thing to do in this instance is to use something above that just softens it and doesn't create too kind of harsh feel. So the round mirror here looks perfect. So if you were using a console table that was slightly softer on the edges, you could then go more angular above. So you could have a rectangular mirror perhaps, or even a canvas. Another thing to consider is the size of the furniture, because what you don't want to happen is the item above to overhang that piece. So we always recommend keeping to about 2/3 of the size of the table that you are using, just so there is enough contrast between the 2 pieces, and also hang anything above around sort of 6 inches or so above, and that just gives you enough kind of clearance between the 2. So once your console table is in place and you've settled on whether you're having a mirror or a picture, the next thing to consider is the height. So you could either go for a symmetrical look and have the 2 sides of the console matching, or you can do what we've done here and focus the height on the lamp behind me and then balance it slightly at the other end with something that's a little bit lower. So you don't want your console table to look kind of flat. You need to create some interest, and we do this using texture and lots of texture. Don't be shy. You can really layer it up with different forms, different fabrics, different materials, and really kind of go to town. So here we have used a combination of the ceramics here, which have got these kind of little knobbles on them. And then we've also got a beautiful kind of textured box here. We've got wood, then we've got rattan underneath, we've got paper mache. So you can really mix and match as much as you like. So as you guys know from seeing us online, we do like a neutral, quite pared back kind of style and colour. But I think to bring a scheme to life, it's really important that you do have a little bit of colour, just a pop, just to bring the scheme to life. So whether it is something like our trusted eucalyptus, just for a bit of green, or something like the hydrangea here, you can kind of lift the theme quite easily with just a couple of simple things. So we've also got the lampshade behind, which is again colour, but not too much, just a little pop. And if you're feeling brave, you can go a bit wilder. Or another thing that is a really easy way to bring colour in is something like a rug on the floor. And that doesn't necessarily have to match colour-wise. You could really be quite funky if you wanted to be. So as beautiful as this console table looks, you still want to have some functionality in your home. So what we always recommend is using a couple of key pieces that can be used to store things such as keys when you come through the front door. You might want to be able to hide some post perhaps, things like kids' shoes, school bags. So things like this little box here, the bowl, and then the 2 baskets underneath. They look beautiful, but they also have a purpose and a function as well. So we really hope that these 5 key tips help you to style the perfect console table or sideboard in your home.